So guys, in our last video we headed off to Sekinchan, 1.5 hours drive away from Kuala Lumpur. Let's explore Sekinchan further now. We'll take a 3-minute drive to Ama House located here. Then after that it's a 4-minute drive to Paddy Box Homestay. Adjacent to it is the N16 Bus Cafe. After that it's a 4-minute drive to Sekinchan Paddy Central Homestay. And then after this we head off to Mango King, which is a 6-minute drive away. And for the final stop, it's a 40-minute drive to Pantai Redang Beach, where there is this famous Sekinchan Fishing Tree. Now our first stop in Sekinchan is Ma House. Ma in Hokkien actually means grandma. It's a bakery shop that sells various traditional cookies, has many vintage and traditional furniture and appliances for viewing. Now in conjunction with Visit Sekinchan Year 2023, there is a tourist promotion drive which is organized by Hong Leong Bank and Tourism Selangor. So you got to scan your QR code at various touristic sites in Sekinchan to get points, and if you're lucky you might win prizes. So as you wander around the shop here, you can see various traditional Malaysian cookies, all baked here itself, fresh and sold to tourists and whoever wants to buy them. There's also this part where they display traditional furniture back from those times, where you can appreciate it and take photographs of this traditional pots and pans furniture exactly as it was probably in those days. The Sultan and Sultana of Selangor have visited this tourist spot. This was 5 years ago, and you can see they even actually visited the Paddy Gallery, which I featured in my last video. Another interesting attraction at Ama House is to watch them making kueh kapit or love letters. This is made by clasping egg batter using an iron mold and baking over charcoal. Now, kueh kapit has to be cooked with the help of an open charcoal stove. You have to remain standing to flip the mold for about 6 hours or more, depending on how much batter is at hand. A good kueh kapit is very thin and loosely folded. You should have a slight curve on the fold so that the folded layers crunch in your mouth. It isn't really amusing standing in front of a hot burning charcoal for half a day doing this, but, well, tradition goes on. Kueh kapit is actually a part of the Peranakan cuisine. Peranakan generally means assimilated groups of Chinese who came to Malaysia during the 10th to 15th century, and they mixed with the local Malay people to form their own dressing, language and food. The females were called Nyonya while the males were called Baba. Among this traditional Peranakan food are chicken kapitan, a dry chicken curry, inci cabin, or Nyonya version of fried chicken. Have you wondered why this dish is called inci cabin? Well, it was thought that in those days the ship's cook would call the captain Ince to come down from his cabin when the chicken dish was ready, hence the name inci cabin. Other famous Peranakan dishes include Asam Laksa, which is famous in Penang, kueh kapit, which you're seeing here now, angku, pulut udang, kueh kochi and many other delicacies. Well, why were they called love letters? This seems to relate back to those days when Peranakan girls were not allowed to meet boys their own age without chaperones. But some interpret maidens inserted slivers of notes into the folded kueh kapit and tossed them out to the wall for their heartthrobs to pick up and read their letters. Hence the name Chinese love letters. So guys, you can actually buy this nicely packed kueh kapit at Ama House, freshly made for you to take home. So our next touristic spot to visit here is Sekinchan Kaya Po. First, we'll collect our points as usual from scanning our phone with the QR code.
Are you open? Depend on what you are interested in. You look for the That one,
what
they are still under renovation.
Oh.
If you want to buy kaya or
that's all lah.
that one, yes.
And you see here they've got various traditional cookies for sale, but the most famous thing here is their kaya. Kaya is sort of a type of spread which you can spread on bread and have with your morning breakfast. It is a creamy, sweetish spread which goes well with your bread. So this is the Sekinchan Kaya Pro. This kaya is famous, and you're supposed to take a bit,
Spread it.
spread it on the bread and eat it like butter. That's how you eat kaya. Our next stop, few minutes away, is the Paddy Box. There are actually two attractions here. The first one being the Paddy Box homestay, and the second one being a bus cafe. It's actually a bus, as you see here, raised on one level where there's a cafe where you can have coffee and cake. Well, it was really an interesting sight looking at the bus perched high above on the container as you walk towards it. Unfortunately, by the time we arrived, N16 Bus Cafe had already closed. They had limited operating hours. Well, if you glance into the bus here, you can see they have actually seating for diners to sit and have their coffee and their cake. From the menu here, what can be seen is they served a large variety of cheesecakes and also various coffees and soft drinks too. So guys, let's now have a look at the Paddy Box Homestay and Cafe, located just adjacent to the N16 Bus Cafe. Looks like this whole homestay was built from used containers which has been refurbished. So the hotel receptionist was quite good. He allowed us to go in to film the homestay common areas for the video. And upstairs there was quite a nice view from the cabin. You could see the paddy field stretching out far before your eyes. So, berapa harga itu?
Kita sini ada bilik untuk 2 orang, 4 orang dengan 6 orang. Bilik untuk 2 orang yang view sawah padi punya ini depan 138 hari biasa, hari weekend 178.
Oh, 2 orang.
Kalau room 4 packs punya hari biasa 158, hari weekend 198. So,
Ini atas?
Yang atas itu kaminya coming hall. So itu dalam ada pool snooker, so boleh main.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Okay.
No, Paddy Central Homestay is another homestay located at Sekinchan in the paddy fields itself. Let's take a look at it. As you entered this homestay, there was a nice deco on the wall depicting the farmers farming, planting the paddy. And as I walked to the lobby to look at the room rates, well, they had various categories of rooms for rent, as seen here. What I found interesting was that if you exit the back of this hotel, there is this large colorful staircase heading upwards, and if you climb up the staircase you can get a nice view of the paddy fields of Sekinchan. I'm sure it would have been even better during the green season. However, this was the view in February when they had just planted the paddy plants. You could also sit here on these chairs to watch the sunset and a view of the paddy fields as well. And for couples, you could create a nice picture, photo here under this love sign. Mango King is a simply cornered house where the front yard is turned into a small business retail area. They sell mangoes and other fruits which were grown locally. Mango King sold mangoes, guavas. They also had soursop, jackfruit, guavas and prawn crackers. Mr. Lu, the owner, was good. Although we arrived after the shop closed, he graciously entertained us.
Thank you.
Very nice, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Give me some now.
The mango susu.
During opening hours, they even sold ice blended mango to drink, asam laksa to eat, and rojak.
Your piece?
I give 2 kilo.
2 kilo.
Give more than 6.
Can. Your piece, sir? 1940. 19 sir. Piece. Mango smoothie, lala pancake, the food rojak, and then the asam laksa.
Since this was also a second stop, I decided to scan the QR code. Who knows, I could get lucky and win a prize.
Ah, okay.
Lu.
So you are what? Your
In my business.
your business
Yeah.
How long already?
I think 10 years plus.
You sell only mango
Yeah, only mango and homemade the biscuit.
So you grow your mango here
Yeah, behind. In the
Oh,
behind.
yes,
of
sir.
all the orchard.
Yes
Yeah.
Very nice, very sweet
Yeah, we will have more the cup.
Hey, very cheap 19 ringgit only.
It's not the cheap now. Now it's a high price. Before the cheap one.
Yes
Because now the economy.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
the price the up.
Oh, what is all this you're having inside here? What is this?
It's honey. The bee honey.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
Lou.
Thank you, support, sir.
Okay,
Thanks.
bye.
So guys, now we are driving to Pantai Redang in Bagan, Sekinchan to look for this famous wishing tree. Cheers. The Sekinchan wishing tree is a tree located at Pantai Redang, Sekinchan. It got its name since it is where worshippers toss their wishes to the branches. This tree is located near the Pantai Redang Datuk Kong temple. This tree has been the recipient of thousands of red ribbons, each tied with a devotee's wish, since the tradition of expressing wishes to the tree started a few years ago. To the extent that the tree has taken on a red color, the ribbon is carried by a metal disc that acts as a weight. It is one of the main tourist attractions in Sekinchan. Visitors can write their wishes on a red ribbon tied with a coin and throw it up the tree, which is an old wishing tree entangled with red ribbons tied with coins. It is said that the higher the ribbon lands on the tree, the more likely the wishes expressed will come true. So we are in this temple where we need to put a donation. String here and hang it on the wishing tree. Okay? So guys, I decided to just hang the ribbon on a low hanging branch and pray for good fortune. So just where the tree is located is the beach, the seaside of Pantai Redang. Let's park the car and have a look at this spot. So it's a relatively nice beach to walk around in the evening. I don't think the water is too clean for swimming, but it's nice to take a walk. There's a lot of people walking around the beach side, watching the sunset. And that's the end of our trip to Sekinchan. Cheers!